Hi, Vincent Sear here from the Sear team, and today we want to say, is it time to rethink your long-term real estate plans? We've had a lot of activity that took place in 2020, a lot of disruption, a lot of change in plans, and it's maybe a time now to rethink what some of your plans were for 2021. So there's many different factors to consider. Let's take a look at a few. Where do you really want to live? We have seen many different choices now being presented to us. The disconnect that has now been created between where you live and where you work is something that's probably going to be more permanent rather than temporary. So in the past, where you pretty much had to go where the work was and move where the work was and be somewhere within a commuting distance of where the work was, or your corporate headquarters, or wherever that factory was or building, and now all of a sudden, maybe you don't have to be as close anymore. Maybe you can actually live where you want to live, maybe closer to your own family, maybe in a nicer part of the country. And so that disconnect is something more real. So where do you really want to live becomes something you may want to consider. Have your housing needs changed? You probably have different needs today than maybe you did even a year ago. Clearly, the need for extra space at home for a home office, maybe two home offices if more than one person is working from home. A need or a place for, if you have children, to do their schoolwork when we're in situations in which they have to be schooled from home. Clearly, we want to have some more space outside, or some areas to have recreation, since sometimes we're not able to go to the fitness facilities that we're accustomed to. How about a place for maybe another set of relatives? Maybe you have children moving back closer to you. Maybe you have parents that are moving back close to you. So your housing needs clearly have changed, and that's something to really consider as part of your long-term real estate plans. Is your house, is your nest empty, or is your nest full? We had a lot of situations in which now people are empty nesters, and people have, the children have moved out of the home, and you're trying to reconsider what you want to do with your home. And some of those plans you may have had, something you're going to do 2, 3, 5 years from now. A lot of the things in this world have been accelerated. Technology has been accelerated, how business is being done accelerate, our lifestyles and the things and choices that we have been accelerated. Maybe you need to think about accelerating your plans on selling that house of yours that maybe is more than really want to carry and take on, and go to the place you want to live. Accelerate your retirement needs. In fact, you don't even have to retire. Just accelerate where you want to go. You could still continue on working and sort of pre-retire and get yourself positioned. Maybe on the flip side of that, has your nest become full again? Did everybody move back home from college or whatever, and you thought they were just there for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden now it looks like something that's a little more permanent? And so maybe you need to reconsider where you're living now to accommodate that. How about moving up? We have a lot of people that would like to move up from their current home. They found out now, clearly it's too small. If everybody's going to be home, and they're going to be living from home and working from home and exercising from home, and the space that they have is just not going to be sufficient for that. So is this now time to make a move up? What's holding you back? Clearly there's a lot of things taking place in this world and in this country and in the economy, and some people are hurting, some people are experiencing some really significant changes, maybe not to the good, as part of this. And there are also some people that are seeing some changes that they need to make as a result of this, that they've been given an opportunity to do so. So what's holding you back? At least think about these changes. Put these thoughts in your mind, and maybe we'll be able to help you out. We have lots more information about this on our blogs, on our website. Give us a like or subscribe onto this channel that you see down below. That would be very helpful to us. You'd be notified of other videos we have come out. We have lots of new content ready for you coming out in 2021. You make it a great year now. Once again, Vincent Sear from the Sear team. Have a great day.